Maybe Kahira is really important there. Or because of Solitude. But it's really a shame that it means you can't play one Snapcaster in your main deck, because I feel like the value you get out of your first Snapcaster is really high was for Teferi Time Raveler. Alright. So I can fetch Triome, play Hall. Not drinking water, now I'm having my coffee. Well, iced coffee. Looks like it could be a mirror match. Up there, Yorion. So let's see. This ice seems better than Spreading Seas, but not by much. Almost definitely better than Chalice. Maybe worse than a Teferi, maybe not. Hey Keith, what's up? Don't worry though, Felix. I do have the glass of water, obviously. Not get totally dehydrated. Land kind of sucks. Might be tough to have a bunch of Resto Angels, Wall of Omens. Like, wow. Ugly. Ooh, there's a CSGO Major. Sounds exciting. Alright. That could be huge, because they might just go for it if they have their own Teferi or Jace, or do the counterspell, untap, get to play my Teferi. Be a big swing. Slam it. Yes. Oh, does that Teferi? I might have counterspell back up. Didn't even think about it. Alright, I guess I get to slam my Teferi, right? Minus on click, or do I draw a card? Minusing on click's not great, right? Because I have double removal for it next turn. I should just plus. Oh. Should I just do it now? Or do I want to save my Solitude for value? I don't really care, I think, if my Teferi has 2 counters or 5 counters, really. I think I need to give my Solitude to Hardcast in this matchup. The CSGO Major is in SoCal where TI was meant to be. Yeah. I heard about that, about how they said they couldn't have TI and then they changed, I think because I think part of the reason was the uproar, people being upset of them declining TI, which made them, I think, more open to the idea of the CSGO Major, right? So kind of Dota paid for, Dota died for. That's pretty good for me. Oh, did I not play Steam Vents? Yikes, that's it. Alright, let's do Solitude in my instead. It's nice that there is second Solitude in case I have a counter. Anything I baited was big, and now I get to Solitude. I have another charm? It. Right. Ending or Verdict? Guessing Verdict is better. Is Click playable? Well, they're playing Yorion. I think it doesn't seem that amazing to me without that Narset. Up sketch. Right. And this game was looking somewhat grim. No one plays Man Lake anymore, right? There's a fetch land potential. Hello. Am I gonna get wrecked by Sweeper? Right. Yeah. Get pretty good value, but I doubt that's enough. Alright, ending gets rid of Teferi. Yeah, good point. Because on top of that, like, Verdict sure can't be countered, but I have a lot of removal, so not like they're going to be able to really... Right. At what point is it just going through the motions here? No, not that one. Can they win? There's no way, right? Maybe Zeph Colonnade. They're probably gonna like coop after a Solitude Colonnade. Hmm. They're like, okay, fine. Yeah, maybe they thought I was gonna counter. I totally forgot I was Kahira this game. I don't think I had time for it at any point, but did forget about it. I don't veto. You'd negate. I think spreading seas is not very good because, especially on the draw, I can't really tap out for it on turn 2. The removal's pretty bad. I think Solitude plus ending's probably good. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, this is bad. These Verdict pitches to everything. Like Verdict or Spreading Seas. What do you think, chat? Maybe Explosives for 2? I'm trying J-Lambo. I'm trying for Fire Ice, so I had to make some cuts. Fire Ice won me the game. Verdict, Spreading Seas. They do have Colonnades. I'll do one of each. The classic. When in doubt, go with the one-ofs. Yikes. Alright, gotta keep that. My hand's really good besides the fact I have no lands. Double Ice, double Snapcaster. Might be a quick game. What do you think about the Yorion version? I haven't played with it. Usually not a bad bet to add a bunch of cards in a Yorion. Historically. Alright, no Teferi, so there's still a chance I draw land. Oops, sorry. No land. I wonder if they're going to target me just to see my hand or target themselves. Obviously, they don't want to give me a land. Themselves. Yeah, I don't exactly know which matchup you bring Snap in. I've just bringing in a lot. All I know. It's good in matchups where you think you're not really going to have time for Kahira. It's good in matchups where you have too many dead cards. It's a card that you can bring in against anyone, you know, where it's burn, control. Maybe they'll make a really... Do we need to minus? Okay. minus. I was gonna say if they minus and they don't have a counter spell, then I can fire 1 and 1, but so far behind. Alright, I think keeping 6 was fine there. I had a really good one lander. I was already on the mulligan. Alright, spreading seas on the play becomes a bit better. I'm gonna cut the verdict, bring in spreading seas. On more spreading seas over anything. I wonder if I want 4 endings. It's versatile, but I'm gonna do the cantrip. Any chance we shouldn't have cracked our fetch? I think the probability is... I really want Triumph into play because it makes everything less awkward, and I mean, I value these things a decent bit, but I felt like in this case it was just gonna get awkward maybe. I didn't really need red, I guess. I thought about it. I thought about not sacking fetch. It's just so marginal. It doesn't really matter. I mean, everything matters, but you know. Alright, ice is worse than spreading seas here. Arguably better than a 3 mana Teferi. Because I'm not sure I would just tap out for a Teferi here anyways. I'm gonna wish I'd played on tap plan if they have click plus thing. I think I can counter. Because if they go Teferi, I get to go Jace, and I have ending, or I get to go ending, and they need to have Teferi, they're playing 80 cards. I think I got maybe a bit greedy. I wanted to be able to play Solitude next turn. It was worked out, I guess. 5 cards. I guess I don't want to play Naked Solitude. I guess I should just go for it. Badger to backup Dispute. Pretty good for me that their leading was Charm. Probably means they don't have Dispute, right? Well, I guess I need to play it right away too, because they have. I guess I don't care about Colonnade. I don't think they play red, right? Yeah, make them have it. Definitely, especially the 80 card deck, you know. The one card that makes you not really want to quote unquote make them have it is that, you know, Veto. Veto just doesn't care about Dispute. So that was what I was worried about. But I guess if they have Veto, it means I get to keep my Dispute. Alright, that's a pretty big deal because they have. I mean, I'd be fine with Jace against Teferi, but the fact that they have Colonnades, I have my own Colonnade, I guess. Oh, alright. So prismatic ending, but they can counter it. Oh, I have spreading seas. Alright, let's do ending first. In minus my spreading seed. Now I can draw and I can just say go. Here. Here, ice, the fairy spreading seas. It doesn't matter. We're at the point in the game where I think I won, and it doesn't matter whether this is a Teferi and ice. If anything, ice pretty sweet here. Probably gonna go for a desperate Colonnade attack. I know I have counterspell, right? No, I haven't seen my hand yet this game. Wanna just ice Colonnades? Yeah, Fire Ice was solid. And even in game 2, the fact that my hand was 2 Fire Ice was the 2 snap would have been much better than Teferi or Spreading Seas if I had drawn that second land. Could have obviously played Spreading Seas before casting. I guess that's not true. I could have hit a fetch land. Resto Angel. Alright, do I counter? I guess I can just hardcast Solitude, right? They're so far behind. At this point. There's no card, I'm assuming, that really lets them come back in this game. And it's still stat too. Minus Shark plus Fire Ice. Well, already a lot of people are only playing 2 Shark Typhoons. A lot of people are down to 2 Shark Typhoons. Almost see no list was dark. Keep forgetting I don't have to fairy trigger and play. For some reason I keep thinking I'm gonna get to untap 2 lands. Oh no. That's the one card I kind of want to play in this deck too. 1 Wall of Omens. But I guess there's Kahira. Scoop time. Fetch for basic island. Wow. Blue Moon? Weird, no? Maybe just blue red that's has a bunch of red mana in hand already. I'd love to have ice in this hand. Touch any of my spells. Take a van. My lands. And they took island. Well, greedy to dash it. Might have the Spell Pierce. They might have Spell Pierce. Might explain why they dashed to Ragavan. But then I guess if you have Spell Pierce, you just hardcast it, then you have a Spell Pierce to protect it. Do you have a way to get rid of that card? They have like 1 Brazen Bar in their entire main deck. I mean, that almost single-handedly beats them, right? No, dash not gonna save here. Good scoop time. Thought maybe they'd be like try, and if it doesn't work, just scoop them up. Black and white. Good main face charm. Can they win a game like that at Blue Red Murktide? Are you still here, Passeur? I guess if my hand sucks, maybe they can still win. If my hand really sucks, I think you just let them have it just because they're drawing a bunch of 1 mana spells. So iteration's not as good for them as it usually is. It's tough because there's not that many decks that play Chalice main deck. Mostly just blue-white control. It is terrifying, but you can't really... What are you going to do? Start playing Prismari commands in your main deck? Or... Man, it would have been nice. I guess I have Jace. Gonna die. I get Jace Solitude, I guess. That's probably a good line. I could draw 2 Solitude. Oh, I guess I have Chalice. It might not die. The back. Yeah. Ending since I have Chaos on 1 anyways. Why not Jace -1? Well, I was thinking I want to make a land drop basically and have Solitude. I think it's better. Making land drop is nice. I have a bunch of hand cards in hand anyway. I can't pass, you know. Stuck on my answer that also applies. It's probably doesn't matter, you know, at this point. Game's probably pretty over. They're probably gonna take one turn, maybe 2 more turns. Ops. They're a trooper. Oh. Could argue we entered garbage time as soon as I resolved the chalice was how good my hand was. This is just, I mean, not even. They've already come, collected the trash on its way to the incinerators and the recycle factories. Way past garbage time. Oh, Zelda doesn't get countered by chalice. Okay. I'm just going to use a counter spell on Murktide. Pretty much your only relevant card, right? Add in potential Brazen Boar or Smart Command. I guess they could have explosives too. Most people play one explosive in the main deck now. But even if they finally get rid of it, I mean, obviously damage is just super done. Struggling to hit some land drops, which game a little slower than it has to be, I guess. I'm looking to play Eternal Weekend on Moto. I've never have before. Is that the one where you pay 25 bucks or whatever and you get access to all the cards for a weekend or a week and there's a bunch of big tournaments? I might. I'm not the Legacy or Vintage Specialist though. It'd be fun. Was NPL mostly gone? I mean, we still have the Arena Championships and I'm going to want to do well in them. I'll practice for them. Next one's Historic, but probably going to be and be a bit more casual about which format I pick. That's the breaking point. Like, okay, now you got me. Alright, what do I have to worry about? Blood Moon, Blusterstorm, Dispute, Jace. Oh yeah. Kind of scary. Alright, so I need Dispute and Force. Maybe Veto. Maybe Gust. Maybe Purge. Them having like Jace, if they do have Jace, makes something like Rest in Peace so much worse. Alright, Spreading Seas can definitely go. This Chalice still super good. Let's say they bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. And they board out like 1 Regent. Why do you even board out? 1 Regent, 3 bolts, someone low healing. Explosives. Grim Fire Ice on the draw. Oh good though, they have Ragavan, they have the creatures. Unless we know they board out the creatures. Anything I feel like Prismatic Ending can be kind of bad. think we can trim one 5-mana to fairy. Because the card's all expensive. I almost want to trim. I mean, I guess something's got to go, right? Maybe Gust and Purge. Maybe Gust is a little narrow. At least you hit Iteration and whatnot. He Purges? Kind of on the cheap cards, though. Alright, I don't want to rely on Verdict just because if they have the build was a Jace or two. In game 1, you can just tap out for Verdict. You're not worried about much. Sideboard games. Oh, I probably want Snapcaster. I guess I don't want to rest in peace. White Gust, the 1-drops, and Blood Moon, and Iteration. But yeah. Probably not great. It's possible to just board out all the creatures too. Make their deck worse against Chalice, and to make my prismatic endings dead. Maybe that's the strat. If they know I'm keeping all my endings, it's kind of good for them to just... It might be smart, and you just win with Murktide and Jace. Oh, it's so nice that I have the Breeding Pool for this matchup. Means I actually get to tap out. Alright. I think I wanna end because of Spell Pierce. Also just get value out of my end. And I can just give them recipes and fodder for their Spell Pierce. It's fine. I mean, I said rather it resolves, but also have a bunch of free mana cards in my hand, so Spell Pierce is just going to be good against me at some point, most likely. What's E4 if you don't bring it against a bunch of 1 CMC creatures? Well, they only have 8 CMC creatures, and they're not going to have multiple in play at the same time, so it's just not efficient a removal spell. It's for explosives. It's for hammer time. It's boggles if people play boggles. I mean, I was already talking about whether I wanted 4 endings or not, just because that's an easy way to lose in this matchup. You're the reactive deck, and if you draw all endings when they don't have their 1-drops, or if you draw no endings when they have multiple 1-drops. So that's kind of a tricky part, honestly. What makes this matchup tough for blue-white. I want to run into another Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm. I don't think I'm in a rush. Kind of turned into like a control matchup. Same concept kind of applies. Try and tax their mana on 1 turn, but it's tough when your hand sucks a bit. You don't really know what to do with your charm. Kind of good for me. Lets me use a card in my hand, always nice. I don't know if they're gonna bottom or top. Their hand is tagged, they might just top, because they're just happy to draw a spell. Might just top almost no matter what. Yeah, they topped. If I charm now, I can go charm into fairy, but they could easily have double counter spell after sideboards. I guess I'll try and play around dispute. Boy, these shocklands are not gonna... I could just try and steal Chandler too. I like just trying to draw 2 cards though. The reason I like that is this way they don't get the Surveil trigger, because they might try and fight over charm. They're definitely gonna fight over charm if I try to steal their Chandler. So basically, wow. I guess they have Jace in hand? But I mean, I have to pay. I can't afford to just... I mean, they must have Jace, right? Okay. I guess if they had Jays, they would just let me draw and play Jays. Okay, that was good for me. Another full outcome. And now I can play Teferi. Force them to have a hard counter. Use one of their good counters. Which they probably will have, but we're getting at a point where they have a lot of mana. Oh, I guess I'm giving them the Surveil. Oops, that was bad. Opt. I mean, I don't know. I was playing around another Dispute or Spell Pierce, I guess. I think I should just verdict right away. Even though they might have a Murktide. I'll just give them infinite Surveils. As Hero's Downfall age well for standard. 3 mana removal. There's no good planeswalkers in standard, right? I mean, maybe there is now with Sorin. There's no good planeswalkers. Hero Downfall kind of sucks. Ren, yeah. I'm drawing that one. Damn, they have 4 cards to my 2. Pretty over. Buddy. Oh, it's firing now. It's bad if they have another Ragavan, but I don't think they do unless they draw it. I don't want them to draw a counterspell. I think they would probably fight over Ragavan just because they have so much mana now. They can start casting every card they hit. Good. I really didn't want to draw that veto. I need a Jace. That works for now. Need them to hit like lands with their Ragavan. Help me out a bit. Speaking of lands, 1 mana land would have been amazing this game. Like either one. Been game winning. I played much Vintage Cube, no, not this season. I never do play a ton. Oh, I keep forgetting about my companion. God, such a classic. I knew they were gonna hit Solitude though. So I waited. Oh, I would have blocked. That made no sense. Dude, I always forget about it. It's such poor design. I wonder if I'm the only one. I must be out of the players who play a decent amount of Magic Online, I must be one of the worst about my companion. And so brutal. I mean, literally the difference between winning and losing this game, I think. How many draws did I give them? Caleb also always forgets. Oh, that stings. Another iteration. They kept in all the 1-drop. It looks like they might have boarded out removal though. Who do I block? Oh, I've lost anyways, honestly. If I don't miss one Snapcast over Rest in Peace, honestly. Kind of despise Rest in Peace in these grindy matchups. Oh, and I have Deluge too, which is probably huge in this matchup. The Hira's kind of value though. The Gus maybe not the best. I know I lose Kahira. Yeah, it's pretty good against 4 Ragavan. Probably not worth it. How many turns did we miss Companion? I don't know. Could have been a while, honestly. Brutality. Not even a man land. That's the biggest problem with blue-white, I think. Was the mulligans. Like the mulligans kind of kill you, and you mulligan a lot because everyone's playing these decks with like 18 lands, 19 lands, bubbles, cascade, you know, and you're playing 25 lands, and in 2021 standards just not good enough. Like you're just way less consistent. I don't know. Ah, this game is already over. One-time dealer, Fire Ice. I mean, it's a really bad play by them if they have like counterspell and they're sacking their fresh land. Wow. The goats. Alright, now we need to dodge Jace. I mean, I'm still behind. They still have 6 cards in hand. They're still up a card, up a treasure. God, no more planes. I think maybe I have to take one more Ragavan hit here. I have to be able to back up my Charm with Veto. Kind of terrifying. If they hit, it was so bad for me if they hit the Fairy Jace. Such a bad draw. Where you miss not having Shark Typhoon, I guess. I guess that Fire Ice was insane for me. Same deal though, 1 man land. Maybe you want to play more man lands if like twice the game plays out in a way where man land would be really good for me. What if they don't have a counterspell or they just like kind of don't care because they get to kill it with Ragavan anyways? Oh, companion reminder. Wow, I almost forgot again. Thank you. How much mana did I waste? I don't think any, right? Yeah. Yeah. Wait, why did it not brainstorm into a land? They haven't played a land yet. I feel like they're not playing very well, but it doesn't matter. They plussed? Oh. One's kind of trying to throw, but so far ahead. Minus on Kahira. It's like they're doing it on purpose just to tilt me at this point. Just worst possibilities of Jace every turn. I mean, there's a chance now. If they keep... my planes is gone. I think they removed it. It was Ragavan earlier. What a depressing way to lose to Ragavan. What a awful design. Oh, a resub to cheer me up. I don't want to keep, honestly. Against the Lurus deck. Is Lurus just almost always hammer time these days?
Hello? Gunnar Gunnarsson? Is it about my son, Gunnar Gunnarsson?
Your son, thank you so much for your resub. Just after whining about Dragavan for like 6 hours. Oh god. Dude, it's just awful. Forgot what this is reminding me was because someone was asking about modern earlier. I was like, oh yeah, I enjoyed this weekend and stuff. And this last match kind of reminded me why I didn't love modern. Ragavan. Am I helping them out? I'm gonna help them cast their playing Lurus, Ragavan. So they probably just what, Murktide? Murktide was no, they can't be Murktide. Forge. I guess I'll just say go. Spikes list. Every list is a spike list these days. Spike. I just kill it. First L. Might play another one. I'll gamble a bit. Oh, Soulscar Mage. That's a card I never drew in the last match, I guess. Memory Deluge. Probably would have been game at any point in the second game. I'm gonna take roughly 1 billion next turn. Oops. Do I never use gain control of permanent on charm? Depends. Thought drawing was better. I figured they would just have a bunch of removal in their hand anyway, so they would just kill it. I was better off drawing 2 cards. Their only mountain is Steam Vents. Easy. Can Lavid Art if they want to make it fizzle. Alright, I'm at 6. Need to not get burned out. Just free. Just free for the bean, chat. Just 2 free for the hat. Oh, that was the game where I mulligan in Solitude on turn 1. Alright, this might be an explosives matchup. There's a lot of 1-drops. It's probably not very good, just too hard to keep alive. Some people have said I should just play a third Deluge over the Jace. A lot of people are pretty low on Jace right now. Hey Karn, are you still relevant? Mono Green Tron is not very. It's probably the worst it's been in a while. Sorry, bud. And 4-mana Karn. 4-mana Karn sees a bit of playing Amulet Titan sometimes. Kind of hate having Rest in Peace against the burn deck too, but I think they're good enough between Lurrus, Savadart, Unholy, Handler. Dispute's kind of nice. They might have their own spell pierce. Countering Iteration for 1 mana is also pretty OP. Might not do explosives. I kind of despise that card. I like it in the matchups where it's good, you know, Boggles, Hammer Time and stuff. What time was that card? How's Fire Eyes been? It's been good. Been good. Been really good. Yeah, I should just get Triumph. I'm trying to preserve my life total. Paris has been good. Shark Typhoon would have been good for me too. It used to be that you had to play some bad cards in blue-white control. Now you have options between multiple good cards. You used to have the choice between a bunch of mediocre cards. I have the choice between a bunch of pretty decent cards. Blue-white still feels a little underpowered. Shark Typhoon just bad? No, I think Shark Typhoon's fine. Opponent just running Ice Cold. This is a decent spot to steal a creep. Because I have another one. Can double spell next turn. Can mulligan a bunch, so I'm up on cards, so I don't mind using it as a removal. But sometimes you're in spots where you can steal a 1-drop. Except you need to kind of snowball, so you're better off drawing 2 and hoping that you keep drawing the goods, you know. Because stealing a 1-drop's just not gonna be enough for you. I would just draw cards and hope. I'm tempting to just steal another one, honestly. I'm thinking they have a great way to, you know what, that's just bad. That's a hand I have. Because then I'm not using my cards efficiently, I'm tapping out. Not getting to use my counter spells ever. Much better use of... It cost me 2 life, but who cares? I think I'm getting burned out this game. I'll just use my counter spell pretty liberally. Don't want to die with my cards in hand. Is Memory Deluge too greedy of a card? And I think Deluge is really good. I think everyone who's played the deck seems to agree.
Happy 30 months, Jarvis clap.
Make it clap. Jarvis, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Alright, should I play into a Spell Pierce? I think I can afford to just say go here. Not totally unrealistic for them to have Belt Pierce. Let's draw some cards. Same deal, no rush. No point in getting blown out. I know it's getting harder and harder for me to get blown out since Verdict and Solitude. Let's see if they have a dispute. They don't have lands. They don't have burn spells. They don't have dispute either. They have a lightning bolt. Burning a land would make it easy. I don't always have the luxury to play that way, but can. Shout out to the sponsor, channelfireball.com. It's a marketplace now. You can buy and sell from your local game stores or local game stores across the US. And sell the same store credit still good there. And still check out CFB Pro too. My teammates putting up great content every day. If you like Modern, you got Aspiring Spike. Vintage Cube next. Maybe at some point. What's Chiggy playing? He likes Knife Piles, these kind of decks, 4 or 5 color. Alright, never mind, just where. I played Marcy yet? I don't play Dota anymore. I haven't played Dota or watched Dota since TI basically. Okay, there's some spice. Talisman of Creativity. That's more like it. Pretty sick was Urza Saga. I would play Dota was my viewers though. I would play a pub game, a party game with viewers. If it kind of came up, but I just play so bad when I play on stream. It's not even that fun, just because I'm playing so bad. Hopefully I don't get blown out by like instant milling a creature or something. Kind of brutal.
Hashtag KHANGGANG yellowhat arrive.
Hashtag Kangang. Asver, what's up? Silvanig their own. Alright, I got something out of it at least. Asver Jones, thank you so much for the 10 months, appreciate it. Of course, great way to support the stream. Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime sub every month if you haven't used it yet. It goes a long way. It adds up. I always mention it, but I think it's about a third of my subs or half my subs are Twitch Prime subs. It's same for every streamer, so if you have another favorite streamer, make sure you use it. Let's see, if I played Teferi, I can bounce Urza Saga. Is that even good? Questionable. I do have a verdict though. I think it's fine. It makes me do. Not ideal to give them back potentially an extra token, but it also slows them down a lot. Actually, I could just Solitude, right? But they have burn spells, Sonic Blast and whatnot. Ezra Jones says, "Thank you for having me, Gab. It's been a pleasure." Well, mutual benefits. Now, what I'm supposed to do here? Just cycle through my my Teferis. Bounce the token this time. He's probably playing Urza, right? Urza Saga, or I mean, actual Urza. Urza fodder. I'm liking the Fire Ice. Yeah, I think Fire Ice is really good. Probably is more Teferi and Spreading Seas is also really good. Spreading Seas would have been amazing this game. Shark Typhoon still, I'm thinking pretty good. Still a lot of good options. Not even playing Cryptic Command. Right, that's what people do these days. Cryptic Command anymore. Memory. Alright, what's the best way to sequence that? Is it just Solitude? Main phase Solitude? White green for prismatic ending. You can get rid of base. I think I get rid of the other day that was nice. Omnath, base. What are the other good fours? There's a few. Karn. I got rid of a Karn in the challenge this weekend. That was huge. A1 Zhao. It is an island that casts companion. Probably as I never. You also have explosives in the sideboard. I guess maybe once in a while it's going to come up. Not very often though. Brainstone. Oh, right. Is it just value? Would it be a breach deck? What do you need for breach? You need breach. Give me an artifact. Alright. I guess I have to verdict. And I can end down. Why no iteration? Good question. You don't have a ton of red? I think that's a good point though. Ventrium when? I think in 6 months, right? There's a set coming with these color combos. I think we're getting the rest of the Triumph soon. Might just be some riots if they don't give us the rest of the Triumphs. I forget which set this set had the wedge, the Triumph wedge, or whatever you call them. The shards, I guess. Shards is the allied colors. New cap, yeah. Be like new cap. Cap or new cap. Oh, they do have, okay, he is playing for the breach. Are pretty good too, but having Spreading Seas earlier would have also been totally nuts for me against all these Urza Saga. And Shark Typhoon would have been probably fine. Alright, hopefully he doesn't have another one. brutal. Oh, he might not have the mana though. I don't think he wins if he has another breach here. Split up Seas and Fire Ice. Well, I'm already playing 3 Spreading Seas for Fire Ice. But I'm playing Fire Ice over one of the Spreading Seas. I think I trimmed a Solitude, a Spreading Seas, Fire Ice. Did I gamble here? I get Jace Plus. I guess Grinding Station. I guess I should just say go. It's just way too risky not to. Risk for no reason. Doesn't do anything. I can just Solitude, end of turn. Get Comrade. Now I want to be able to hardcast Solitude if he doesn't do anything. Honestly, now I wish I'd put, but it doesn't really matter. He not attack Thassa or Teferi, I mean. Oh. Let's try to find ourselves a counter spell. You know what? I might just go plus. Plus is for cowards. Go. Instantly rewarded. I guess I can also just bounce a Grinding Station if I'm really scared, and then I don't think they can combo off no mana. Jiggy Wiggy went to the Reed Duke School of Sportsmanship. Just said GG after losing game 1. Alright, Rest in Peace seems really strong. Perch seems good. Spreading Sea seems good. Plosive seems good. Does not seem good. Heretics not the worst, honestly, but something's gotta go. Solitude can go. A1 Teferi can go. He probably plays 4 Teferi, right? Maybe Counterspell sucks? Is that possible that Counterspell would just suck? Yeah, Force could be good. I think I just can play 1 for 1. I think my cards line up pretty well against his. So I'd rather not have Counterspell in my deck, this way I don't have reactive cards. I had a lot of 1-land hands today that had to mulligan. Okay. Didn't work out last time, but no. I have already the Spreading Seas into the Charm. I honestly kind of want to bottom Fire Ice. So greedy. Absolute Greed Lord. What did I bottom? A Fire Ice? Whoa, I almost played it. Would have been bad. He would have played Urza Saga probably, right, if he had it. One time. Were you here earlier, Naughty, when I kept the 1-lander and it totally did not work out? It was round 1 against Blue White. I still got the match, but I mulliganed. It was kind of the same. I mulliganed. I was on the draw. I had 1 land, double Fire Ice, double Snapcaster Mage against a blue-white deck. Should I bounce my Spreading Seas or should I bounce the Urza Saga? I kind of like bouncing Urza Saga. Just tempo. Because my hand's kind of stacked. These really? If I had lands and like a 2-mana spell, I would have probably bounced Spreading Sea. Maybe. Man, mine would have been just great here. Still underwhelming when that's my hand to just fire an Emery, but alright. I can just steal the tokens. I mean, it feels bad to not use your mana well in these spots. I think that plays better by enough. I was watching a podcast with Ninja this morning. He knew that he streamed for 9 years, I think, before kind of making it big. Basically streamed for 9 years, 16 hours a day. It's not, I mean, I figured it was, you know, a lot, but 9 years. Yeah, 9 years, but I mean, he was in the spot, you know, he put himself in the spot when Fortnite happened, he was ready for it, and like same story for a lot of, all these stories are just so similar, honestly. Always the same story. To like different scales. Alright, I'm assuming I'm supposed to... Actually, I don't know what I'm supposed to... Healing Channeler means they get... What do they need to go off? Breach. They need Breach and a land, right? Breach red and colorless. What are they getting with Urza's Saga in that spot? How many years I have left for my Fortnite moment? I think I'm too old for having my Fortnite moment. Just not willing to. I'm just happy, you know. I don't know. I mean, I could change. I could start. I mean, whatever. Plus, it's like literally 1 in a million, anyways. Even if you're in the right spot. Alright. Do I care about losing my Teferi? I steal, they could... Does he have Teferi in his deck? I heard the Twitch magic numbers are in steady decline, right? Ever since they peaked the like initial arena peak. I decided I was just gonna draw a prismatic ending of the Spreading Seas. Give up. Is it the wrong saga to target? I don't know, it's the one that triggers next turn. Just didn't want them to get, I wanted to slow them down as much as I can. That was my reasoning. That's quite Fire Ice felt. Good so far. Card's been good for me. Probably sticking the slot of other good cards. That's right. Wait, it doesn't have an artifact. Graveyard, 2 nails. Alright, so I was kind of screwed either way. I'm dead, right? Just bubble or call.
Yellowhat Pigeon Ivory Tower Report. It's UWU control, which means we are home again. Yellowhat Pigeons, Yellowhat hooked.
Yo, Padital. Back to my OG founder. We're doing good. Do I still stand by the counter spells? Maybe on the draw I don't need dispute as badly. Maybe force is nice. Lets me tap out. Because the problem was not having... The problem is like... Planeswalkers are really good in the matchup, but also I can just die if I tap out. I guess I should have had force. Someone said force. But the thing is, I have rest in peace. I have so many good cards against breach, but force is not very good. It's really only countering the breach. It's kind of nice and. I might be stubborn though. The explosive's not as good, I think. Let's do the one explode. The one liner. Yeah, I mean, I did mulligan into a one. That was. Love to play first. Love to reveal the comrade. Ooh, 2 lands. Very nice. If it wasn't for Colonnade, I think I might have used fire here. I'm just gonna go here. Draw some cards. I would have loved the. I'll allow. Not even sure what I'm thinking about. Or you can. All right, someone tell me what does that do for them? Play the land, right? So if I kill Emery, I kill Emery. All right, I want to find out. I guess. I think if I mean, I guess he can mill his entire deck. That doesn't do anything for him, right? He was hoping banking on Mox, right? Hey Adam. I saw your reply about using beef ragu in the. I feel like someone else told me about that. Oh, you know what? I was having lunch with my brother and he was telling me he made chili. And that one thing that he thought made a big difference was that he just used a kind of like you, I think, good beef, not just ground beef. Kind of the same idea. You used short rib. Which one's short rib in French? Good boof. Buff. Shadow Spear in this matchup? Yikes. I should feel bad, these drums and these spears in a grindy matchup. And it's kind of nuts the threat of the. I guess I go steal this and just bounce the grinding station so I can't just die. Feels like his sideboard's all light against control if he still has Shadow Spear in his deck. Even having drum, kind of questionable. Well, hello. Bonjour. Yeah, never a bad time to talk about ribs. Sure. Imagine not wanting to talk about food at all times. Sounds like a sounds like a spew, honestly. Added value. Healing solve. No, never mind. Lightning helix incoming. I made my lasagna was I did cottage cheese, but we usually do ricotta, but I forgot, so I got cottage cheese instead of ricotta. I got confused. I was grocery shopping. Right, it's kind of the same thing. It's like you blend the one layer is a blend of either cottage cheese or ricotta. But I think it's an American recipe or Americanized, so you blend that with an egg and some Parmesan cheese, some grated Parmesan. Is bechamel better in lasagna? I don't know that recipe. It's really good. And the thing is, Liz, like when we find a recipe she likes, she doesn't really like me to like try different things. Even in theory, it looks like it should be good. There's still like what 40% of matchups maybe where rest in peace not that great. Oh yeah, when you jammed with Emery in play, yeah, that was good for me. What's snow-covered island chat? Anyone? I should have played Castle. That was pretty heinous. I don't want to shock myself though. Yeah, I understand you can pitch Rest in Peace to Solitude. I'm telling you, every time I try Rest in Peace in Blue White, it feels a little weird. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm up against. Is it just a bad? I guess it's 8 bears possible, no 1-drop. And I stopped them from casting the 2-drops. So. I don't think it's hammer time. They didn't reveal Loris. Pretty unlikely it's hammer time. I think I have to counter the stone for it, right? New dimension. We're gonna have Urza Saga in their deck, right? Really? Oh, it is hammer time. I haven't seen. It must feel pretty bad playing the mantle last turn when draw Pure Steel Paladin here. You bought a look Rosé, so you're broke. Which one do you buy? Yeah, I knew I was old when I got excited buying our Le Creuset. Just getting excited about pots and pans. It's all uphill from there. Radicus, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the sewer. Hope you keep enjoying the stream. The standard size Dutch oven, probably same as mine then. Same one I have. How much was it? Like 150 euros? I forget. I think we got it on discount. I don't remember if we paid like 100 euros or 120 euros. I think maybe it was like 20% off. Forget. Sword of Fire and Ice. Probably worth taking. $350? Nah, there's no way we paid that much for ours. Sure, you just didn't get ripped off. I'd have to find out now.
KEK comrade, they're on us, watch out at.
Shot dead. Bien, man. Merci beaucoup. Alright, upkeep. No, I have fire. I was figured I would just take a natural draw step. No rush. I think it was better that way. I don't want to use my fire yet in case I draw a verdict. Get the 2-for-1. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, because I think that's the one we have. Maybe we paid like, maybe it was somehow 50% off and we got it for 200 euros. That's the one you got, right? I remember it was on discount. What's that been? No. Okay. Is it magic or not? I mean, it's not. It's just like you basically like you literally use it for the rest of your life, right? It'll pretty much stay good for your entire life, and it's just really good to cook stuff in. Yeah, I feel like I paid 220. Yeah, maybe I thought it was even less than that, but maybe yeah, maybe it was like 40% off, and I paid 220. I got it in a store in. I think I got it at the Galerie Lafayette. It's tempting to tap out, but why? It doesn't wear away? Basically not. It is basically made of like diamond-like material that never... Yeah, I mean, I think my mom still has hers that she used when I was a kid, so literally 30 years ago, 35 years ago. I'll have to double check. I'll have to ask her, but I think so. Damn, I even drew the rings. Alright, opponent. Gonna call it or what? Have Jace the Mind Sculpture better than all in play. I am behind on time. I will give them that. Cocad. Sorry. What's wrong with Cocad? You're anti-Coca-Cola. Remember when Ronaldo moved aside a bottle of Coca-Cola and the price of Coca-Cola tanked like several percent? I'm not even sure if that was like true or just kind of a meme. Wait, I bought him the midnight? Whoops. Why would you ever Jace Plus now that the UI is terrible on top of everything else? I don't think it varied more that day than on other days, but it did drop 2%. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming the Coke's probably pretty stable. I mean, it would make sense, right? Because it's like kind of bad publicity for them. I mean, Ronaldo literally is the person was the most. Is he the person who was the most followers on Instagram? He's one of the most followed person in the entire world, right? So there's like a non-zero chance that that just clip starts like some worldwide movement of starting to be healthier and stopping to drink soda and stuff. I can see it happen. One in 1,000 time, there's just that massive wave of, I don't even know how you would call it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Worldwide movement to drink more Pepsi, yeah. Exactly. Alright, so we're against some weird version of Hammer Time. What are my bad cards? 5 mana Tef, a little slow. Or some negation on the draw. The snaps, maybe. Maybe Deluge is too slow. Maybe counter spell's a bit awkward. Guess I won't do Snapcaster. Snapcaster does seem really good though. It's good against Sentinel. I can just yellowhat ambush a Sentinel. Oh, I think counterspell's good. Kind of sucks. I never know what to board out in this matchup. Never heard that Sorry Soul and Coca-Cola hiring thugs to assassinate union organizers. Wow. They still don't have a 1-drop, but I'm just gonna play my explosives on one anyways. I brought in Rest in Peace. What did I see in game 1? They saw 1 memory deluge. I don't know. We didn't even see Cigar's Aid. Who knows? Maybe they don't even have Hammer Time. Like, playing Stoneforge. Bruising. Match. Was in danger at any point. The fact that they don't have Luris and they basically drew a dead card. Button 12. You want me to just count to 12? 1. Rhinomania! Probably made a lot of people in chat really happy. I think Rhinomania might be the delta between the button that chat likes the most and the one that I like the least. I mean, I don't mind it, it's fine, but...
Rhinomania.
Thanks for the donation. New plan. It. Alright. Bet for 1. Bad. We lost to Blue-Red Murktide. Which... game 1 felt really easy. I got a chalice for 1 into play really early in the game. Sideboard games were tougher. Counterspells, Jace, Blood Moon. I didn't draw very well. Murktide feels a bit like Death Shadow, the Death Shadow matchup used to feel. For blue-white, you needed a good spell density, not flood too much, not get stuck on land too much. You want to see me play Blue-Red Murktide again?